Liz, artista Liz. What? Oh yeah, just telling Nelson here what Liz does.
Okay.
Malandra, ito hopi malandra.
Super malandra.
Hey, você conhece outro?
Yeah, we've been in each other's presence before.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. And
He's an art star.
Yes,
He's an art star. I'm not an art star. Dude.
He is.
I'm in the background.
You're a rising art star.
Oh, don't say it out loud.
Okay,
It
okay.
might become
I'm gonna
reality.
jinx,
Stop it. Yeah.
jinx you. It might become reality.
Don't put it out there. How you doing, Nelson?
I'm very good.
Anywhere I go in any art event, he's around.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I know he's a star.
Sometimes I don't even get out of my studio. Sometimes I begin sitting behind the computer and people think I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the magic weight
Yeah.
of Nelson.
Do you hire someone who looks like you to go out?
No, my mother, my mother's make sure to make a clone.
Oh, there you go.
And now Aruba enjoy two cultural powers on the same
There you go.
on the name.
No, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Hey, listen, do you know that Nelson and I have been burning the midnight oil?
I've heard you've told me a little bit. You haven't told me a lot.
No.
And about what? What oil and what
Well,
midnight
there
you
was an amazing opportunity that arose from Holland to ask funds. And since our cultural aspect, especially artisans and artists, are in dire social crisis, with museums closing, with artists and gallery closing, with the workshop space closing. So this opportunity arose, and of course, when you ask for free money to develop stuff and new platforms and ideas and innovation, you have to make a request, an aanvraag that is killer. So this last 2 weeks, we've all been putting our granito de arena to make this aanvraag look really good. So.
And
let's cross our fingers.
I was gonna say, cross them all.
Yes. It's because at me representing Cosecha and Craft Foundation, of course, that closed down. But to find new ways, because we shouldn't stop. No, you should never stop fighting to see what's next for the artisan of Aruba, and of course the artist. So it's a joint collaboration. What is it called? The
Transdisciplinary Lab.
The Transdisciplinary Lab.
Okay.
Do you want to tell something about it? No, or is it still top secret?
I was discussing just the night, very, very late, about expression. And we can translate it in papiamento in the same way we would say it in Spanish. I was explaining my colleague about sistemas recíprocos.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's a complex definition in an intrinsic way, just to see what is a reciprocal system.
Yes.
So the transdisciplinary lab, we will hope to introduce in Aruba in the second month of next year, is a sistema recíproco, and the way we can
give and take and give and take.
Yes, and also make bridges in between different artistic process.
Okay.
So that's the main line of our research and implementation plan for the project.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Exciting. I really hope it's gonna be something.
Thanks for the coffee.
You're welcome. And because the Subway ran out.
Yeah, Subway, our main sponsor. The best
Thank you,
sponsor.
Subway. We had bread and cookies, but everybody here was Samuro.
I can finish my coffee with my imaginary
Subway cookie.
Subway cookie.
Sorry about that.
So we have a topic to talk about.
Well, the thing is, I invited you because we were in close contact with each other because of this project that Sede brought us together. Really, and I was like, we need guests, and I was like, you're next to me, so let me ask you.
You're an artist that is versed in many different skills and media.
Let me tell you, and go on.
No,
go on.
Because I know you do almost everything in art. You do video, You do photography as
I
well?
do photography
That's
also.
why you're a skilled artist, and that's why I thought you invited him. I didn't know you guys
Of
were working on the
course,
project, but
that's the reason why
he's the
I invite.
artist.
Because Nelson has been chipping at this Aruban rock for years now.
Exactly.
Well, I think I have to add just complimentary information about this. Many years I was complaining all the time about the less possibilities with the creative sector have in Aruba to just to perform, just to exist.
Yeah.
And now, when I hit the 40,
Oh, wow.
oops.
Sorry. The
So,
30.
and I become half career visual artist. I realized, no, we have to change the perspective. Aruba is the perfect laboratory to create real contemporary, transdisciplinary artists because we don't have infrastructure. So
Yeah.
the artists with real intention to become and do something, it have to be expert in aanvraag process, in administration process, in construction of statements and socialization of the work. So in other cultural spaces, we don't need that. The infrastructure take care of that part of the artistic production, and the artists have just to do art.
Yeah.
So I think Aruba is the
Completely
perfect
true.
laboratory
Yeah.
to create real contemporary artists ready to perform not only in one medium, but just to have the ability to introduce production systems and the visibility systems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now I know, I'm completely sure, with contemporary art is the best way to break protocols and also readapt legal figures to make more resilient the cultural sector on the island.
Okay.
So I'm fighting
Yes.
everywhere when I have a camera. Hi, camera, I'm Nelson. So I want to talk about paying taxes through art.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's
yeah.
one of my next statement to make it public and also present it in a so sexy way to Alma Foundation, listen to me, Unoka start to listen to me, the Minister of Culture start to listen to me, and everybody start to listen to Nelson because Nelson has something really sexy to say.
Yeah.
Let's say,
That's why we invite Nelson,
Let's
because
say-
he always has something to say,
okay,
and
this
sexy is a word he likes.
Okay. Okay. I noticed.
okay, this is a glass with water, and it's half full and half empty.
That's correct.
Wilfredo Prieto Garcia is an artist from Cuba. He make a big scandalous around the world
Okay.
because he present a contemporary art pieces, conceptual art, with a glass half full, half empty. I was in the market for at least 20,000 euros.
Oh, really?
The cup of water. So the cup, when I buy it in the supermarket, is let's say $5 if it's expensive in Aruba.
Yeah.
Let's say to daily use. So the water is like a less of a minimal percent of the cents.
Yeah.
So the construction of the contemporary and conceptual art piece is make the art value.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's translate this concept in other field. Taxes. When you pay taxes with money, or you pay taxes with symbolic values.
Oh no, it's money always.
Okay, it's money, but the money don't increase the value in itself.
That's true.
But
That's
the
true.
art, yes.
Yeah, that is true.
So the
It's an
simple
investment,
spin-off
yeah.
is understand if we collect taxes in art to the art sector, we have an add value in the amount we collect as a patrimonial incomes from the island.
Yeah.
So, it's not a regular system to bring this forward. Of course, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
I want to talk about Rembrandt. Rembrandt, it was being elaborado embargado. The private collection of Rembrandt, it was taken in beslag in the name of the king. So my question is, how much the Dutch system make through the museums showing Rembrandt's work and artistic
Yeah.
collection of objects?
It was taken because he owed money, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
In his time, he owed money.
So if we just raise all the mental limitations, We only have to take beslag in the artist,
Okay.
and the way of payment is the artistic production. So
Okay.
if we collect from you 1,000 guilders in taxes, your RPs now is 1,000 guilders.
Yeah.
But in 20 years,
It might be.
it will be, no, intrinsic, it will be more expensive.
Yeah. The
So-
value will go up.
We actually propose it in a more simple, structural, and sexy way.
Oh.
So if you listen to me,
Okay.
Take
Just
the floor.
put attention.
Take the floor.
just put attention and just adapt my idea. I don't have the ego to say, Nelson, bring the idea. No. I just want to have patrimonial value and make possibilities to make recognition to the art industry and art sector.
Yeah.
And we have patrimonio, so it's a win-win situation.
Do you know a place that already does this in the world?
In Mexico is one of the countries
Oh, really?
to promote this. I shared this link, I think, with the AMA Foundation, I think like 3 years ago. So it's a system going on in Mexico. We need more research to see how is the best way to adapt this to Aruba.
Yeah.
But it's so simple if you just use the regular way and normalize the bad stigmatization about artists paying tax with art, because actually in the system you have a bad name because you are not a tax payer.
Yeah.
But when this person is an artist, we renormalize the way to say, no, it's not about sticker. It's the way we apply the system where it's really dusty to change
Yeah.
and make possible the way.
Oh, there you go.
But then you should make artists register themselves as artists too.
That's true.
You know, and pay taxes on the things that they do sell.
Yeah, and they have to be artists with artistic production done.
Yeah.
Like in the same profile, which allowed you to access to funds to apply to residencies, to apply for. This is a pattern existing already. If you have 3 years working as a professional artist with international recognition, and you have more than many exhibitions and performance or artistic production in any way, you're allowed to pay. So we have people with experience translating symbolic value and capital value just to make insurance or to register a collection, like Stigusa collection in hands of Unoca. Aruba Bank have a collection
Yeah, yeah.
also. And I don't know.
Centrale
if-
Bank also has
Centrale
one.
Bank have a collection
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So we have people like Renwi Geronimo, who is a specialist and also behind the face of the museistic structure in Aruba,
Yeah.
which is the person allowed to become the perito, the marchand of all the figure this to give the value to the artist. And this helped also to restructure the market in Aruba.
Okay.
So I think with just this idea can reorganize many other possibilities
Yes.
to attend the creative industry.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
No, we should.
Drink your coffee and let's think.
I have something else to say.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I have something else to say. If you listen to me and you buy a flat screen monitor, how much you pay for that? How much you pay for a for a flat
5
screen
shing
monitor?
florin.
Yeah.
Five
These
cents.
are
And a big
Ocho
one,
shing
4K.
florin.
A big one, 4K.
Weet ik veel.
1,000 something. Or
1,000 something,
Okay.
1,500.
If you buy a expensive one, semi-curve and with telepathic messages interchange.
Yeah, they have those. They have those, yeah.
Okay, you pay 5,000 plus.
Do you?
No, I think
don't
so.
know. I don't know.
It's on the market.
1,800 shing. I don't know.
Okay,
$2,000.
$1,000. Let's say $1,000.
Sí, sí.
$1,000 seems reasonable,
$1,000. So let's buy a cream of wool art piece for $1,000. Kiko lo dura más.
The art piece.
I don't have nothing else to say.
I don't, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know
You better
how
put-
long you can keep a flat screen monitor function.
You better put a lot of primer on my art. Make sure that the sun and the wind
Yeah.
doesn't corrode on
No,
it.
but you're not gonna put it outside.
I know. But you know. I
It's the
don't
same
know about
question. You will put a flat screen monitor outside?
I don't know.
No, it's just
Yeah.
just symbolic comparisons and
That
just make
art
contrast.
lasts ages.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. If
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
taken care of. But keep in mind, those old arts, they get restored, don't they?
They do get restored.
So
yeah.
that's the thing. No?
Yeah, and
But
it's
yeah, I
hard to
mean,
fix a flat screen monitor.
After
Yeah,
200 years, they get restored.
I don't know. I don't live 200 years. I don't know.
This is something interesting.
Tell
Did you
me.
read about the museum van Boymans van Beuningen Depot? Did you see
What
it?
happened
No.
there? What is
They made the first world ever open art depot that you can visit in groups of 8 or something maximum, and they guide you through the whole art depot. It's a visitable art depot of the
Really?
Boymans van Beuningen in Rotterdam, and the thing looks like a plant potter, but so like the building, but all like with mirrors, and they call it the pot.
Okay.
It looks so amazing.
Really?
The pot.
Well, that's a good name.
It's you should look it up.
Oh no, I think
Yeah.
I will.
Right here in our kingdom.
in our kingdom. I
So
love that.
I know a patron in Miami. They're specialized depots for collectors. And
Collectors can put their collections
Yeah.
also in the Boymans pot.
yeah,
Really?
Yes,
of course.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
They pay for the depot because their art collection is so huge that they need a place to put it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then they can go there and have a cocktail with their friends
Yeah.
while admiring their art.
Yeah.
Wow, chic, huh?
Yeah.
Very.
Wow.
Yeah.
Too chic for me.
Yes, so chic.
So this
Yes.
this is the next project for 2022 in Aruba.
The pot?
The pot.
Collections.
The pot dependance.
Dependance, I like that.
Collecting, yeah. National collecting, a national collection.
Do we have a lot of art collectors? I mean, like people who have like a real collection on the island.
I think we do.
Yeah, we do, right? I've heard.
Well,
us
we
talk
should do
about it.
more about the topic art collection right now.
Yeah.
I only know a formal collection in Aruba. Well, two actually. But I don't have access to private collections in Aruba. I don't even sell my work in Aruba. I
Oh.
think like 5.
You don't want to
7.
sell, or you or it doesn't sell.
I want to sell. Of course, I want to sell because that's the best way to live as an artist, selling art pieces. But the people, they're not interested by my work, and the institutions actually would collect my work here in Aruba. Yeah, it's like an institutional collection. It's like, okay, we buy from Fulano and Fulano, and it's time to buy Nelson because Nelson is in the art scene for many years. So
Yeah.
I'm in the collection of Aruba Bank. I'm in the collection of Ministerio de Justicia de Aruba, in the collection of, I think, other public departments. But
Okay.
in private collections out of the private institutions, I know Alida Martinez collection, it's a beautiful collection, and Alice von Romand collection. So
Yeah.
I can trace and use as a reference two nationals collections in private hands with people actually because they're philanthropic, art lovers. They do the best to formalize a collection. And they're more rich compared with the other rich people in Aruba.
Oh, okay.
Because of the
Just
art.
because they
Yeah.
have an art collection.
collection, yeah,
So
the value.
rich people in Aruba just tell poor.
Not all.
Of course.
Not all.
Of course, because look, now with the NFT platform, we use art to move big capitals. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
art pieces become like more valuable compared with a travel check
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
old times. Other way to make transactions of capitals, and other way to keep money in
In a safe?
untouchable
In a safe?
untouchable things.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I was researching a documentary on Netflix about the art history, and the more important art pieces stole in the art history they're coming back always.
Okay,
And the
yeah.
question is of if the art piece was being stolen, why we can see it again, why we can take it. Yeah, the art pieces always come back to the museums or the private hands because it was a way of payment in between the mafias.
Yeah.
So they're using as a tafel the prices with the museum established for the classical art pieces, and they pay on 10%.
Oh, okay.
So if one mafia from one country own money to other mafia, okay, I'd send you 3 classic paintings, and we don't have no more.
Yeah.
So
That's-
they'll thief the museums to get this real capital to pay the
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Oh, I didn't know
so even the rich people are still poor.
Yeah.
Because even recognizing the value of the monetary value and 10% is always a big amount of money traveling
Yeah.
behind a piece of canvas or
that. I know.
even in a toilet paper.
Yeah.
Probably.
Vicky, how do you feel about NFTs? Since you
I've
mentioned
been
it.
trying to understand the topic.
Grasp the concept.
Yeah, grasp the concept.
Yeah.
Is I think I kind of know what you talked about it last time that
Did
you
I
wanted
talk
to
about
make
it?
one.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you.
I
You wanted
think
to explore the.
someone told me about it to explore it, and I was just like, that's interesting. I'll look into it, but I never really followed up on it.
I
never followed up.
find this whole cryptocurrency weird. Like, how can you mine money? You need a server. Sorry, but it's all the matrix to me.
Well, actually, the
Matrix.
chicken become a device.
Okay.
Yeah, the
And when you see a farm,
yeah.
you can imagine cows, chickens, and
Yeah.
other animals.
It's so abstract.
But
Too abstract.
the chicken is not an organic entity. It's just a device to connect and approve and deny crypto transactions.
Okay.
So in a farm, you don't have no more chickens. You have hard drive and processors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you mine money because you stay with a percent with a part, given the infrastructure to the cryptocurrency to make this transaction optimal.
Yeah.
So in your house with maybe 25 iPhones, you can start to raise money.
Yeah.
So
Oh, because that
forget
can
about
make
the chickens and
that can
start
ma-
to collect old iPhones.
Oh, I thought you said I thought all those 25 iPhones were powerful enough to make one virtual egg.
Can be. Can be.
That's
When you first profit mining cryptocurrency, you buy NFT, that can become your golden egg.
Do you know anybody that owns what's it called, Bitcoin?
I think I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Nelson?
Yes, a lot of people in Aruba start years ago.
Yeah.
Also, people do the investment and forget about that
Exactly. Yeah.
and buy a Bitcoin maybe for $500 and that's become 50,000. So,
Yeah.
oh my
I had a friend
God!
who did that. Yeah, he bought it and he forgot, like, there was like a password to it. He forgot the password, and then he found it later. He wrote it down and he found it later, and it was worth a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happens with many people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I asked, because that's the first time I heard someone from here talk to me and tell me that they owned one. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know in what like circles you have to be to know about that stuff and where you have to buy it, and
Me neither.
I have no idea.
In www.youtube.com, we
You
have
find
many
everything.
tutorials to
Okay.
introduce. No. I'm just sharing
No,
a
but it's
pedagogical
true.
general information.
I know. You should tell us.
Yeah, and sometimes when I looking for tutorial, I search for the younger's voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because they're
imagine.
born with information where it's not in our system. So
Yeah.
for us, it's like, okay, this boy maybe can be my son, explaining to me how I can become rich.
I was wondering about that.
20 years ago, I was an old man sitting. It's like, when I opened my bakery, it was hard. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the business model changed.
Yeah.
Finally changed.
And-
Changed with us, with the society. And this, as contemporary artists, for example, in your case, I admire your work because you don't see many limitations in the concept where you put together in one painting. So that can be like an crazy imaginary moment, but also very clear reflections where we will see every day.
Yeah.
So it's like a chronica, like a chronologies dialogue.
Yeah.
You with the material sharing stills of spaces and
Yeah, exactly.
people.
And that's what it comes down to. But like you said, like these younger kids, do you watch at young kids who do art now and then you go like, maybe I can learn from them? Because like I'm not a big digital person. And whatever I learned on my own. But there are some young kids that I know who can just, there are these kids on this island. I don't know if I told you, they made like a virtual magazine. And they interviewed me for it, and I was so impressed by the magazine that they made.
Oh.
And I was like, how'd you guys make this? And like when I met them, they were like little kids.
What's it called?
I don't remember what it's called. I have it, and Robert from, you know, he was telling me too, his friend Santi, who does Diablito skateboards here in Aruba, he was in that magazine. That's how I found out about it.
Oh.
He told me about it, and I was like, okay, let me apply. And then they said, yeah, sure, we'll send you some questions. You answer the questions. I told them, oh, I can make a piece of art for the interview thing too. And then when I saw, they're like, the kids are like 16, 15. And I was like, how'd you guys make this thing? I was amazed by them.
Oh.
I don't remember what it's called.
What kind of, you don't know
I
what kind
want
of
to
platform
meet,
they
I
use?
want to meet Diablito because I heard he's a very malandro artist.
Oh.
So, yeah. I have
But he does
reference about him.
graffiti or things like that?
And a skateboard.
There's
and,
a skateboard
paintings, yeah.
company.
Ah.
Yeah, a brand
Okay.
with all the design and the concept and the art.
Man, I get with the program. I did not know.
This is the new generation
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the creative industry.
I remember what.
We need to
I think those
get
guys.
in contact.
Yes. Yes.
course.
I think those guys, not Diablito, but the kids, they're called Unobstruct, and then I think you can find them on Instagram. That's-
Unobstruct.
Yeah, that's how I found out about
Okay,
it. So
okay,
shout
okay.
out to them.
And you see the ideas, ¿no? Yo lo veo así como desestructurados. Sí,
Sí.
desestructurados. But it's just
You know
a
that there
rhetoric
are
way.
kids now that don't want to go to university and want to make themselves and build themselves up from just after school. They want to
I make it
just
easy.
start
Exactly.
just start working. Just start and learn from just the lessons of life.
Like you said too, they pick up stuff like Photoshop quicker than anybody. Like,
YouTube is the teacher.
Yeah.
Google
they
is
learn
the
that stuff.
teacher.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to see people do Photoshop.
I'm
so I go,
very
what is
open
that?
with my kids. When my son is 12, ask me to drop up school, and I say yes.
Okay.
You can drop up school.
Oh.
I only ask you for one little thing. You can drop at school when you can make $3,000 per month and any plan that you have in your life.
Oh.
Show me for 6 months the consistency of $3,000 per month and you can drop at school. So now my son is learning how to edit video to reach the amount of followers, and maybe I'm gonna have to work so hard and working hard to get that can finish Filomena school. So.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you got him.
Good motivation for
Yeah,
kids.
really nice.
Yeah, you can drop a school. Yes, you can do it.
Do you know that Nelson is like one of the artists with he gets the most grants. He's a super good grant writer.
Oh, I didn't
but it's
know
not about only the grant. It's obviously about the ideas that he presents to the subsidy commissions and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And maybe you should tell us a bit about the crown jewels. The Joya ng di
Yeah.
Nos Rey?
Yeah,
Tesoro di Nos Rey?
see the treasure of the king is the more recent artistic production grant that I get from the Mondrian Funds to produce contemporary art, and the concept is based in the patrimonial symbolic value with all these islands burned to the kingdom.
Okay.
So, for example, in the oil history of the Dutch kingdom, it's very related with Venezuela.
Okay.
Because when we was in the Guayuco close, and no idea about oil, the shell it was exploding the petroleum, the oil tanks in Venezuela, the oil mines. So, in the same way, when you take oil, maybe it's full of lodo, maybe you have rocks, you have many materials to refine.
Yeah.
So, but you find a resource which is very powerful to make other sector run, but also an income for the country.
Yeah.
And the same way happens with people. So you have good people and you have bad people for the society. But the society, in general, based on good people and in bad people, they make the culture, the art, the economic system, so the people, even good and bad, have a value. Okay. So when we see Aruba as an island, it's a corral, and it's a corral. The border is the sea itself. So the Dutch kingdom own not only the piece of land, but also what the piece of land contains.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your house, my house,
Exactly,
my collection, your collection, your sons. So when I get my kids, I went to the census, so I sign a contract and I sell my kids to the Dutch kingdom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the Dutch kingdom telling you...
Your kids?
Yeah, I sell my kids to the Dutch kingdom. When you go to the census and you do the registration of your kids to get the Dutch passport, actually it's a transaction of your baby as a product and the Dutch kingdom buying your production because you and your husband, they're a corporation. So you and your husband become a corporation as a legal figure. That's the marriage is a contract. So you get your product. In the same way you produce art pieces, you are a corporation. You produce creative products through your creativity and your talents. But the marriage as a legal concept is a business. It's a license to produce new products. These products are the kids. And when you go to find a nationality for your kids, you sell the product. And the government buy it for you, the system buy it for you. And as a payment back, I give you a health sector, education sector, but you pay me back when you start to pay taxes. So actually, the registration of a child in the census is a commercial transaction. So the treasure of the king is a concept to show the borderline part of the society with the kingdom self who don't even have ideas about that. So I see people eating corned beef with fungi. So, or people taking iguanas. But I don't know if it's bad, but it's in the mythology of the society, this is poor people food. But I think it's not the only optional way to access with the money we own. It's a cultural frame to just eat that. When we have other social consents about eating, about the food industry, about the food change. So this is my concept. Translate these transaction ideas of capital and human batteries, which actually produce more riqueza to the king. So
Okay.
we are part of the treasure of the king. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
that's the way to translate and give value
Yeah.
also to new social behavior and accept with the richment of the kingdom also as all the Colombian, Venezuelan, Dominican, Chinese
Yeah.
people would come with the piece of culture to make this culture
What it is. Yeah.
what it is and more diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
Yeah. Super amazing.
I think I'm not crazy to present this type of concept.
No, it's an interesting concept.
You
and
just
it's
have
one
to
that needs be
think it.
explored. Yeah.
I have a keychain that says contemporary art is. Oh, great, but I could have made that, but you didn't.
Yeah. That's just art, I think, in general.
That's just art in
In general.
yeah.
One of the pillar of the conceptual art, Latin American conceptual art, is Luis Camitzer.
Okay.
Luis Camitzer, I get the opportunity to show together with Luis Camitzer in Caracas once, and one of the art pieces showing in the exhibition was 5 pieces of paper with 5 different sentences, and you can stamp the sign of the artist and give a value to that piece of paper.
Okay.
So you have a pot and you collect money, but you go in with Litz Camister art piece, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
actually is a copy. So the sentences, it was the real art piece, and one of this is, I remember a few of them. Wak sin paga ta horta.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Muraya ng bashi nan nota sexy.
Okay.
One sign is an action, 2 signs is a transaction.
Yeah, there you go. That's
So
yeah.
real, very nice statements about not only the concept of collectionism, but really one of the motivators to create the concept of the treasure of the king, because one sign is an action. Let me sign this piece of paper. It's action. But when Vicky signed the paper, it's a transaction. So this transaction is intrinsic, installed in our culture, and for us it's normal. Let's go to the census because this child needs a Dutch passport. But it's an implication beside that.
Yeah.
You have to pay taxes in the Dutch system, even when you don't live in the Dutch system where you get the money.
Interesting.
So I give you education, I give you the health sector, I give you possibilities to you make it and step to pay taxes. So
Yeah.
the kingdom is rich because we exist.
Yeah. That concept makes sense. Yeah.
But not only us, what you think as an artist.
Yes.
And the art pieces do you produce?
Yeah.
What Vicky do through Casa y Cultura is an artistic operation too.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Make the infrastructure possible to people exist. Yeah.
No.
So we take a break. We
drink coffee?
more coffee. We keep
Listen,
talking.
you know what? We're supposed to
we-
have Joan Denise at 3
I was
o'clock.
gonna ask.
Yeah, that she's. I hope she's well, but she. Oh, she sent me a message. Let's see.
Surprise yourself.
Yeah, right.
That's what. Oh yeah, 3. Oh no.
Oh, she cannot make it.
That's okay.
She'll be. I'll say next time.
But you know what? That'll set it up for our last episode of the year.
Do we still wanna?
That's what everybody says in every relationship. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, we can.
Shall I tell her we wrap up at 4, and if she's here before 4, she can join.
tell her
Okay.
no rush.
Okay.
But we could do the last episode together. I mean, we started
Yes, we
off
can.
alone. We can end alone as well. The last episode.
Did we?
I had an idea actually.
Our first
just
guest
put the
was
whole
Carlos
crew.
Beslip.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, we could bring the whole crew on.
That is
Can
fun.
bring the whole crew
That is
on.
fun. The next time you mean?
Or you
Yeah.
could do it. Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
Sure. Oh,
Yeah,
that would
we
be
can.
nice.
We can. That would
That'd
be
be
nice.
interesting. That's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Kind of podcast.
But then we're gonna evaluate what we're gonna do.
For
What do you
next
think
year.
of this concept?
Yeah, what do you think
Good.
about our
Good.
experiment?
Yeah,
That,
it's good.
Yeah, we went today with 7-8 guests to wrap up the season because we our schedules are so busy we can never coordinate. But we made 18 shows.
That's good.
So,
Yeah. So
And now that it's on Spotify and Aruba too, right? It's
What?
easy access for everybody, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're
Is it
It's on
Spot-
all streaming platforms.
All podcast streaming platforms.
yeah.
Okay.
Google
So-
Podcasts. Apple.
Awesome.
We're on Apple now, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters to me.
Are we?
If we're on Apple, then I'm.
We are already. We had to just prove to Apple
It's true,
that
yeah.
we're like legit.
Yeah.
15 episodes and stuff.
I remember. I was looking it up too. Yeah.
It's no time to quit.
No,
Nope.
now the show's just getting started. The ball's getting rolling now. Maybe a couple less episodes.
Yeah, yeah,
But, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
since we have the 15 down. we're-
Maybe a mini marathon.
Yeah.
Every time instead of.
I don't know about that. And plus, you know, we ventured out in YouTube Live, so.
Yes.
And
Yes,
Facebook
yes,
Live. but
today.
The YouTube Live
No, it
got
was
me very
YouTube.
excited.
That was YouTube.
That had me really
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
The Facebook not so much, but the YouTube Live that's
Yeah.
something I do. I watch that stuff.
Awesome,
So
awesome.
Facebook's not so much something.
Okay, yeah, great. So she's on the way. Anything else we
Not
want
so
to
much
talk?
I can
to
keep
wrap it
talking
up.
the
My
whole
human
half
battery is really low.
Yeah, like I know.
I think I
Mine
need a
too.
cookie.
We can take like a music break if you guys
Yes. And then we'll
want.
just have
my sound engineer.
I want to.
achter de grond gesprekken.
Yeah, I actually wanted to like go outside see the light.
Oh yeah, we
So-
haven't
so
seen
I
the
saw
light
it
today.
once
We
today.
saw it this morning a little bit.
Yeah, We came in at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll be going with some music over here, guys.
All right.
Okay, no problem. Oh no.